Welcome back to A Smarter Way to Retire. I'm your host, Tony Leonardi, and today we're wrapping up our 10-step retirement planning process with a big picture recap. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, not a problem. We're going to bring it all together for you here today. Over the past several episodes, we've broken down each step to help you build a confident, well-structured retirement plan. Today, I want to connect all the dots, showing you how each step builds on the next to create a plan that works for you. So whether you're just starting retirement planning or you've been following along from the beginning, this episode will help solidify the process. So let's get started. Step 1 is getting organized. The first step in any successful retirement plan is getting organized. Before making any financial decisions, you need a clear picture of what you have. That means gathering all of your financial documents, your investment statements, retirement accounts, pensions, Social Security estimates, and even debts or liabilities. So break out those shoe boxes and open up those filing cabinets. My dad puts all of his bills and important papers in a big pasta bowl. So whatever you use as a filing system is fine, but now it's time to get everything out on the table. It's time to get organized. Retirement planning isn't just about investments. It's about understanding your complete financial picture. Once you have everything in one place, you can start making informed decisions. Step 2 is building a financial model. Once we have all of your financial details in order, we need to build a financial model to see where you stand. Finance is simply math. It's projections, it's assumptions, inflation, rate of return. It's all math. So we need to harness some computer power to crunch all these numbers for you. This step involves projecting your future income, expenses, and potential investment growth to determine if your current plan is on track. This model isn't set in stone. It's a tool that allows us to run different scenarios, adjust variables, and test how different decisions impact your long-term success. I like to use a comprehensive, real-time, dynamic modeling program in my practice for my clients. This gives them one place, one website that's their own personal financial website to go to at any time to see where they stand across the board. All of their assets consolidated in one place. Liabilities, net worth, and probability of success constantly being monitored. Having everything in one place helps you to be confident about your financial future. You can certainly use my modeling software. I'm happy to build a model for anyone who needs one, or you can do this on your own. There are many and any number of programs and websites available today online that will allow you to run financial models and projections. Look around, test out a few, and find the one that makes you most comfortable. Because if you're not comfortable with your modeling software, you won't use it. So find one you like and use it. If you need some help, let me know. I'm happy to help. Step 3, expectations and concerns. Yes, financial planning is about crunching numbers, but retirement is about more than just numbers. It's about lifestyle. Everyone has expectations, concerns, and fears when it comes to retiring. Will you have enough money? What if the market crashes? What if healthcare costs skyrocket? Everyone has a different idea of what retirement means to them. Will it be no work and all play? That appeals to a lot of people. But some prefer to continue working in some capacity, maybe part-time work, consulting, or even volunteer or charitable work. Your definition of retirement is likely to be different than your neighbors, and that's fine. This step is about addressing those expectations and concerns up front so we can incorporate solutions into your plan. Identifying potential obstacles early helps us build a strategy that accounts for uncertainty. If you're married or partnered up, this is a great opportunity to share your retirement expectations and concerns with your partner. My guess is that many of you have avoided, intentionally or otherwise, this conversation. Now it's time to get on the same page in terms of the type of retirement that you both want. Have that discussion now. Step 4 is defining your retirement time frame. When do you want to retire? And just as important, how long do you expect retirement to last? Your retirement time frame affects everything: investment strategy, Social Security decisions, and how much you need to save. Longevity is a huge factor here. If you're in great health and have a family history of living into your 90s or even your 100s, your plan needs to support a longer retirement. On the flip side, some people may choose to work longer for security or retire earlier for lifestyle reasons. Understanding your time frame helps set realistic expectations for the rest of your plan. Again, this is a great opportunity to get on the same page with your partner, or at least understand each other's thoughts about a retirement time frame. Step 5 is setting goals and budget. So far we've gotten ourselves organized. We started building our model. We have a clear understanding of our retirement expectations and concerns. And we put some thought into not only when to retire, but how long we think we need to make our money last. How long we think we'll be on the planet. Now we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of retirement planning: goals and expenses. Not all retirement expenses are created equal. That's why we break them into 3 categories. Needs are the first category. These are the essential expenses like housing, healthcare, and groceries. These are the foundational expenses in your plan. They will be there every month regardless. And don't forget, these expenses will go up every year due to that dreaded inflation. Level 2 are your wants expenses. These are your lifestyle expenses like travel, dining out, or hobbies. These are the goals that bring joy and meaning to retirement. And level 3 are your wishes or your aspirational goals, like buying a vacation home, leaving an inheritance, paying for grandkids' college, or maybe making charitable donations. By clearly defining these categories, we can prioritize spending, making sure your plan covers the essentials while still allowing flexibility for your wants and wishes. Step 6 is understanding income sources. How are you going to cover all these expenses? Can you meet your goals? Where will your retirement income come from? This step is all about identifying all of your potential income sources, including Social Security, pensions, if you're lucky enough to have one, 401ks, IRAs, 403bs, maybe rental or business income, or annuities, maybe even part-time work or part-time income. In this step, I like to see all or the majority of your needs expenses, those foundational expenses, covered with a steady, reliable income stream such as Social Security and or pensions. This would be ideal. Wants and wishes expenses can be covered with market-driven, less reliable, more volatile investments. So fixed income to cover fixed expenses and variable income to cover variable expenses. Common sense, right? Understanding when and how to tap into these income sources is crucial. This step also includes tax planning, because how you withdraw your funds can impact how much you keep after taxes. I recorded an entire webinar recently just on tax planning and retirement. In this webinar, we dive deep into how to take income, where to take income, which accounts to tap into first versus which accounts you might want to leave for later on in retirement so that you don't end up paying unnecessary taxes. If you like, you can find that webinar on my YouTube channel. Step 7 is measure your risk tolerance. Before you can develop an investment plan, you need to know how much risk can you handle. More importantly, how much risk should you take in your investment portfolio. I like to talk about risk tolerance versus risk affordability in this step. How much risk can you tolerate might not always match up with how much volatility you can afford. Risk tolerance isn't just about emotions, it's about making sure your portfolio is structured to align with your retirement goals. Some people can handle market volatility, while others want stability. This step helps us determine the right balance between growth and protection. Again, a great opportunity to chat with your spouse or your partner about their risk tolerance at this point. We don't want our spouse losing sleep over a retirement plan that seems too risky for them. You each should score your own risk tolerance individually, then negotiate a household risk score that makes you both comfortable. Step 8 is analyze your current investments. Now that we know your risk tolerance, we need to analyze your current investment portfolio. Are you diversified? Are you taking on unnecessary risk? Is your portfolio structured for income generation in retirement? Are you being adequately compensated for the amount of risk that you've purchased? Isn't that what investing is all about? You purchase risk and you hope that you're being adequately compensated for the risk purchased. That's often not the case. A lot of people have investments they set up years ago that may no longer fit their retirement strategy. This step ensures your investments are working towards your goals, not against them. We often find in this step that a major adjustment needs to be made to your investment portfolio to get you on track for retirement. Step 9 is measure your probability of success. Once we've built your model and analyzed everything, it's time to measure your probability of success. This is where Monte Carlo analysis comes into play. It stress tests your plan against different market scenarios to see how likely it is to succeed. A high probability of success means your plan is solid, but a lower probability means we may need to make some adjustments. Again, we want to see you in that 70 to 90% probability of success range. Over the hundreds of financial plans that I've run for people over the years, I've seen scores as low as 0% probability of success, all the way up to 99%. 99 is the highest, as nothing in this world is 100% probable. Regardless of where you initially score, we can find a way to improve your situation. I haven't found a situation yet that was doomed, so have faith. And that brings us to our final step. Step 10, make adjustments and improvements. Retirement planning isn't a one-time event. It's a living, breathing process. Even the best laid plans need adjustments. There are two types of adjustments. The first are immediate adjustments. After analyzing your plan, we may need to make changes right away, like adjusting your portfolio, tweaking your budget, or optimizing your tax strategy. Your plan may tell you that you need to drive north to get where you want to go, but we find after analysis that you're currently headed due east. We need to make an immediate course correction to get you headed in the right direction. In other words, we need to get you on the right highway. The second level of adjustments are the ongoing adjustments. Life changes, markets fluctuate, and tax laws evolve. Regular check-ins ensure that your plan stays on track over the years. This would be the equivalent of making sure you're staying in between the lane lines on the highway and not veering off onto the shoulder. Once your model is built and up and running, the small ongoing adjustments should be easy for you to make. Flexibility is the key to long-term retirement success. Your financial plan should be able to adapt as your needs and circumstances change. There you have it. We have the 10 steps to a smarter retirement. Each step plays a vital role in building a plan that gives you confidence and security. If this process feels overwhelming, don't worry. You don't have to tackle it alone. My book, A Smarter Way to Retire, walks you through each of these steps in more detail. And if you need personalized help, I'd love to connect with you. Stop by my website, LeonardiFamilyWealthCare.com, for more information or to grab some time on my calendar. Thanks for listening, and remember, retirement isn't just about money. It's about creating a future that helps you gain confidence and the freedom to enjoy life on your terms. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the podcast, and if you're so inclined, please rate the podcast so it becomes available for more people who could benefit from it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next episode.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Osaic Wealth, Inc., member FINRA SIPC. Osaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth. The opinions expressed herein are for general information only and is not necessarily the opinions of Osaic Wealth or its representatives. Investing is subject to risk, including loss of principal invested. Past performance is not a guarantee of future results. No strategy can assure a profit nor protect against loss. It is not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. Please consult your financial professional, attorney, or tax advisor with regard to your individual situation.